Welcome to Coach's Corner, Cat fans, pre-week 4 and post-week 3. So what we're going to do is recap the Marion game, of course, and then preview the Fort Recovery game, and then just talk about what we need to do what we think we need to do to win the ball game this week, and try to move forward. So let's look back last week with the Marion local game, and wow, what a great game! 2 years in a row now. Over the last, I guess this is the 7th year since I've been head coach, and we had gone back and forth. A couple times they whooped us, a couple times we got them pretty good, and then there were 2 really close ones, and then of course last year was one of those, and then this year 17-14, exact same scores last year. We kicked a field goal, a 43-yard field goal from the exact same hash, and kicked it probably as good as last year, if not better. To get us really some great energy right before half to get it to 14-10. So it was really interesting at the same score. Kicked the field goal, a 43-yard field goal. So what an exciting game. If it was an ESPN, it would be an instant classic probably. The atmosphere was just awesome. People 2, 3, 4 deep around the fence, and just really kind of what high school sports and high school football should be about. Two teams that they're their kids, they're their hometown guys, and just going at it with a good, respectful rival, and so really exciting. Marion got off to a good start against us. We knew they were big and physical, and could really run the ball, and it took us a while to adjust, and they got up 14-0 early in the second quarter, and then we started to kind of figure it out. We moved the ball okay, I would say decent, but they put so much pressure on you that it's hard to keep a sustained drive. But towards the end of the half, we put it together a nice drive and got a touchdown. And Lewis Berry made a nice catch. Dill made a nice scramble and throw. And then with a minute 28, we held them, and they threw a couple passes and incompletes. And so we had 2 timeouts with a little less than a minute. And we got down there close enough and got that 43-yard field goal. Second half was really back and forth. Both teams had some okay drives, but just couldn't sustain it. They had a 1st and goal on the 8, and we held them out. And they chose to go for the touchdown on 4th down. So that was key in keeping the game at 4 points. And then certainly in that 4th quarter, that final drive, and unfortunately for them, their long snapper snapped it over their punter's head, and we got the field position at the 40, and Dylan and Neil Molenkamp made 2 great throws. Dylan did, and Neil on the same play, a corner route, and Neil made 2 nice catches and slid in the end zone for the game winner with about a minute, and then we held on and intercepted a pass there in the last minute. So, wow, what a game! What a game! It's been such a good rival over forever, I guess, but these last since 2000's been back and forth, and of course, with the state playoffs and championships, it really gets some good attention from all over the state. I heard a story somebody was telling me today that 2 or 3 guys came from West Virginia just to watch the game because they heard about it and came up, and maybe they were hoping they'd win the 50-50 too. So that was crazy. The 50-50, 14,700 take home. So that's really cool. That's really cool. So on to Fort Recovery. So we go in 3-0 and feeling good. Before we do that, I just want to make a proud of our team and our players, especially the older players. Lewis Berry moved from the west side of Chicago as a senior. Leaving his team and leaving his community. His dad got a job here in Coldwater, and it's tough to come into a new situation, especially as a senior, and move into a new community that you have no idea what it's all about. I think our kids really took Lewis in, and I'm real proud of our guys to say, hey, we're used to just having our guys, and Lewis came in with a great attitude, and he's really helped us, and our guys have really helped them. 3 or 4 of them helped Lewis move in the other week, and so it's been a good transition. I'm really proud of our players for accepting him and taking him in, and I feel like I think talking to Lewis, he likes school and he's getting along well. So hats off to our players and Lewis for fitting in there. So Fort Recovery comes in at 3-0 and defending Division 7 state champs. Unfortunately for them, so far they've had some injuries. Their quarterback just went down. He's going to Toledo, really good player. He had an appendectomy and so had surgery Monday. So he's going to miss a game. Their starting linebacker and offensive lineman tore his ACL a couple weeks ago. So they're, they've got some. They're kind of banged up, and so unfortunately for them, that puts a little damper, obviously, on them being loaded coming into the game. And gosh, I wish they were, because then it's a great matchup. But we still got to go play. They got a great tailback who's really, really quick and makes guys miss. And so as we look at the game, a couple keys to this game, I think we got to tackle. We got to tackle number 24. His name's Holman, and actually he's a cousin to a couple of our guys on the team, or one of them, and one last year. We got to really get after him and get him on the ground, because he can make some plays. The first 3 games he's had several runs over 30, 40, 50, 60 yards. And so that's going to be a key for our defense. Certainly we don't really know how the throwing game will be for them. We don't know much about their younger quarterbacks, so we'll kind of see on Friday night. One of the things that we take a lot of pride in is our kicking game. And our kicking game has won each game. We kind of look at those phases and say, did we win the kicking game? And certainly we have, with field goals, with a great kickoff team. Our punting's been, for the most part, pretty good. Our punt return team, Nate Rindler, is leading the league in punt returns with a 10-yard average, which is a first down every time he gets a punt return. So that's awesome on, I think, 8, 9 attempts. Something like that. So that's been really good. So we got to win that kicking game again to be successful. And the third thing offensively that we've done a really good job of, I think we've only had 1 turnover so far this year, 1 interception, and so that's been outstanding. If we can, if our defense can keep playing hard like they have, and the offense doesn't turn the ball over, and our kicking game's really good, we got a great shot at winning this football game. But you got to play. You got to play. The great thing is we've been on the road 3 in a row, and we get to come back home. We're back in, we call it back in black, with our black jerseys, and I think the kids will be excited, for this challenge. I know some of the guys have buddies that are on Fort Recovery's team, so it makes a good, again, back to that, you got guys that that you're playing against, and make that rivalry even a little bit more special. So 7:30, second MAC league game. And we're looking forward to the challenge against the Fort Recovery Indians.